Hey folks, Fat Guy Flies RC, gonna take up the FMS P-47. Well, it's called the Thunderbolt by the box, but I always thought when it had that long extended keel down the back that made it the Thunderbolt, but
take off flaps.
I don't really know. So y'all can just let me know. But I thought it was called the Razorback when it had that keel that goes down the front from the very top. And but anyways, but we shall see. Wind has pretty much died, so I'll be using flaps for takeoff. All right, sorry Mama had to work, so you got to put up with me and the hat cam. So, all right, here we go. Beautiful plane though, and it's Warbird Wednesday, so.
The gear is tucked away. Time remaining 8 minutes.
A little bit of down elevator. She's wanting to rise too much. There, that's better. Got a little bit of a storm coming in.
Flaps up.
Oh, shoot, I had flaps in. Still had the flaps, still had the takeoff flaps, but.
Time remaining 7 minutes.
Duh, that would be why. That bird's like, what the heck? That thing's flying without flapping its wings. That's the devil.
The gear is coming down. Time remaining 6 minutes. Landing flaps.
She's a big bird. Don't want to horse her around.
Flaps up.
Ah. There we go. Uh-oh. Well, my bombs has a boo-boo. See down there, this wing? Where the end of the bomb has come off. Huh. Not gonna hurt nothing. Oh, man.
Prop is secured. Safe to approach.
Starting to rain again. Thought I was over with the rain. I don't want to run the risk of losing signal on this beautiful bird. So let's get back in under the cover. Well, she's filthy, and looking at the radar, it's not going to stop anytime soon. So I'm just going to have to call it for the day, unfortunately. So that's going to make a short flight for my Warbird Wednesday. But we can go ahead and go over my rates, and you can see how my throws are and how that looks. All right, the rates that I flew in, I had my AS3X Plus on board and running. My flying rates for the plane, my higher rates 100% on the ailerons with 30% expo, elevator 100%, 30% expo, and rudder 100% but with 50% expo. Now, AS3X settings, one-time gains. The gains are at, on roll, pitch, and yaw, are 40, 40, and 60. Priority, 120 on roll, pitch, and yaw on all three, or 130 on yaw. So 120, 120, and 130 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Stop. No, hit the wrong button. Stop, lock are all at 40 on roll, pitch, and yaw. Nothing with a release rate. And the gains are at one-time gains. My flap settings, that I really didn't, I used takeoff flaps, and I have found that the plane needs no mix whatsoever. So, which is great. Flaps up on Spectrum are -100, takeoff, -50, landing, 0. No mix. Super simple. -100, -50, and 0. And don't fly around with your takeoff flaps, because then you'll think she's rising and you got your battery not far enough forward like I was doing. So, and just so you know, when I went back, I put my elevator back. Let me see where I put it back at. Yeah, back at 9, positive 9, and that's where she flies perfect. So on my monitor. I only flew for 5.5 minutes. But there is one thing about this plane that is a draw. Number one, it's a great flying, well-behaved Warbird. It's very easy to land. She carries a lot of weight. So when she was wanting to go down that, when I was running along the runway on my landing, if she wanted to go in the grass, I'll let her. I didn't want to try to horse her around. She still had too much momentum, and she's heavy. So I let her go. Wasn't going to hurt her to go on the grass. But here's my thing. I can't really show you. Well, maybe I can show you if I pick it up. If you look at the battery tray, hopefully you can see up in there. It's on that FMS railing system. What battery tray, it slides in and clicks in. Well, that click in part are 2 little plastic nipples. Okay? That's why I break my bombs. It's 2 little plastic nipples. Well, those little plastic nipples will wear off over time. And when you go up and do a loop or something, that battery tray is going to come sliding back, and you're going to have a dramatic change of CG. So hopefully you noticed I took my EC5 connectors from the ESC and the battery, and I shoved them up underneath the lip of that tray to where the tray can't come out. So let me show you. Hopefully you can see it. But if you look up in there, I can't tell if you can see it or not, but that's what I'm doing. There's a little ring that you put your finger through to pull it out. Underneath that ring, I'm shoving those EC5s connections in there, and it kind of creates a little bit of tension on the bottom of that battery tray and keeps it from sliding out. Just enough to keep it from sliding out. And it doesn't hurt it. So now I can go in there and unhook it. Very tight EC5 connector, okay? And the other thing, if you cannot let your battery, your 5006S, go beyond the end of that battery tray. If you do, then those nipples will not, those little plastic nubs here that are here and here will not engage, and it will not hold the tray in. So make sure, if you don't hear that click or feel it click in, you're not in. And you want to make sure your battery is good and secured. All right. I had to add an extra strap because the stock strap that they give you will not fit around a 5000. so I had to make a longer strap. I had to make it. So just to let you know. But this is what you want to hear and hopefully feel. Hear that click in? You won't hear that quite as distinctly with the battery because it muffles it, but you can definitely feel it. So let's check the battery now. We only flew for basically, let's see, 3 minutes. So a 3-minute flight's all we could get. Me talking has been a lot longer than that. And still got 80% left, but this rain is set in now for the rest of the night, so there's no point in me flying. But it's a great flying bird. The only drawback is the, gotta glue that bomb back on her. The only drawback is really the battery tray arrangement. And I got great big gash in here where another plane fell on it in the man cave, but y'all saw how many planes I got. That's gonna happen. So, well, there you go, folks. That is the P-47 Thunderbolt Razorback. I thought whenever it had this keel down the back, that means it was a Razorback, but y'all let me know if I'm right or wrong, because honestly, I don't know. But other than that, she's just a great flying, well-behaved, wonderful warbird. God bless y'all. God is good. And don't forget, faith, family, and friends, warbirds, and keep them in the air. And this is Warbird Wednesday at Fat Guy Flies RC. We'll see you later.